Yeah. Simply ball dropping. What's up, family? K-Sap, we up. Ain't no stopping. I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve, making you haters believe I'm the MVP. Ask Mr. V and R&B, they do all sports, whether it's on the field or the court, from the arena to the ring. What? You wanna swing? I rope a dope like the one on this boxing thing. That's a punchline. I'm the greatest of all time. Got something on your mind? Hit us up on the line. For that round table talk, ask B Hunt and Sheena and K-Sap too. For their views on our dudes, Marriage Chronicles for you lovers. Oh, I'm married to the game. The championships, the only time I wanna ring. K-Sap, the man behind the mic, check 1, 2. It ain't a rap until I say it's a rap. Just fall through, pull up, the hottest pot smoking. Yeah, I got you open. This freestyle brought to you by James Ford. Paid promotion, yeah. Simply ball dropping. You know what time it is. Pull up, chop it up with your family, man. K-Sap, what up?
And now, your host of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the man behind the mic, K-Sap.
That's what we're talking about. What's up, K-Sap? Yeah.
I'm simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping. Okay. Chopping up these topics, man. I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, ain't stopping.
Hey, let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. It's my bro K-Sap, chopping up topics for your optics, from politics to your man, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio, stereo, pumping high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me.
I'm simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping. Okay. Chopping up these topics, man. I'm simply driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man. I'm simply ball dropping.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Yes. You know who it is. It's your favorite host, the man behind the mic of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, K-Sap. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm glad that y'all are able to come and enjoy another live with your boy. I see the Slim Reapers in the building. I see Tiara's in the building. I see Ted. Do me a favor, man. Once y'all come in the live stream, do me a favor. Drop a like on the video. That's running these likes up. We got 50 people watching the show already. Please hit the like button. Got my sister in the building, Nadira Gant. What's going on, sis? Trudy Trujillo, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate everybody's support. Ajo, I see you. Tiara, okay, you're going to hop on the panel one day. I appreciate your support. You're more than welcome. The link will always be available. Appreciate all the support from everybody. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate all the likes, the comments. Sister Noble is in the building. I see my moderators are in the building. PJ Jones. What's going on, PJ? K-Sap Square. There she is, the first lady. I see you, Tony. What's going on? So I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Make sure y'all drop a like on the video. PJ Jones, you always been around on set. Just want to see if you want to become one of them moderators for the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Just let me know. Just drop a 1 if you want to be a moderator to the show. Anybody that wants to be a moderator, man, drop a 1 in the chat. and we can get you some mod duties, man. The more mods, the more better, because sometimes a lot of people that are moderators, they always can't show up. So if you want to be a moderator, man, just let me know. And you can become that faithful member of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Dre Stewart, Tony, and Tiara, I got y'all taken care of. Shamika 23, I love Kennedy. I need her to calm that energy just a little bit. I hate to see her talent wasted because of her inability to handle her emotions. Got you. All right, we're gonna get y'all linked up here. We're gonna get y'all these mod duties, man. But y'all see the title of the show, man. Something sounds fishy. And something's really going on with this Chennedy Carter situation, man. I hate that we got to revisit that, but it pops up. I want to give a shout out to Duvall. He sent me the information last night. I said I was going to talk about it last night, but I didn't want to spill the beans, man. I said we'll do another show today. So I'm gonna have to bring it to you, man. It happened to be evolved around the firing of Teresa Weatherspoon. And basically, the article states personality is one key factor for Carter, who was second in the league in flagrant fouls. Okay, she had 3 last season while struggling to maintain cohesiveness with her teammates on and off the court. Carter's brutality and the outside attention it demanded from the Sky staff was a contributing factor to the imbalance in the coaching attention that ultimately resulted in the firing of Teresa Weatherspoon, per a league source. This isn't a new issue for Carter, who was suspended by the Atlanta Dream for fighting in 2021 and benched by the Los Angeles Sparks for poor conduct in 2022. Carter didn't play in the 2023 season before joining the Sky staff in 2024, and that signing came with the understanding that the guard still needed to rehabilitate her image in the league. So, man, that's man. Yeah. So, yeah, Teaspoon deserved better. Salute. I see you, Alan. I see you, Shamika. Yeah, so I see everybody that's filtering in. Yeah, Ted, man, it's unfortunate, man. But y'all see the title of the show. Sometimes things happen like that. And, you know, like they say, they cut their losses and move on, man. And that's what they did with Teresa Weatherspoon. But news sources out there are stating that Chennedy Carter had a big role in that, a big role in the firing of Teresa Weatherspoon. And it's unfortunate. And the article, you know, Julia Poe covered it in detail. So if you want to go over there, Julia Poe, she got it in detail. It's unfortunate. I hate this, you know, that it came to that, but it is what it is, man. And I hate to revisit, you know, the situation with Chennedy Carter, because you know what she means to the Chicago Sky. But in this situation, man, I don't know if Chennedy Carter's coming back, man. I really don't. I really don't know if Chennedy Carter's coming back to the Chicago Sky. And it's unfortunate, man. So, I mean, I know situations happen, but this situation, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. It's really mind-boggling. But it is what it is. I see you, L. I see you in the building. Incapable Love in the War. I see you in there. Incapable Love in War. Thanks for all the videos and stuff that you send me. I do appreciate that. That's what I'm saying. I a lot of stuff that I told people last night is I do stuff off of what people, you know, send me. So I appreciate that. I'm giving moderator duties to some people. If you see that wrench on there, you have officially became a moderator of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. So I see all my members in the building. I do appreciate y'all falling through and supporting me every night. I appreciate all that. So, yeah, so I see some of y'all in here floating around. It's crazy, but yeah, let's get it popping. But that goes to show you, man, that we want Chennedy Carter back. But I'm on the fence now saying, man, she might not return, man. I don't think the organization wants to deal with that hassle. I don't think the organization wants to deal with that hassle. Brooklyn said, I said a few pods ago, I said, I think Chennedy Carter is the reason for Teresa getting fired due to Kennedy's behavior. Yeah, and now reports are surfacing out there, Brooklyn. The reports are out there now. You know, unfortunately, you know, news on Teresa Weatherspoon popped up and Kennedy's Carter name was attached to it. John Burke said Kennedy was the scapegoat. Nah, I don't think Kennedy was the scapegoat. As much as we say it on this channel, you know, we love Chennedy Carter. We want Chennedy Carter back on the Chicago Sky, but it's unfortunate situations happen, and her name is starting to be linked to a lot of stuff, man. Her name is starting to be linked to a lot of stuff. It is nasty work. Her name is being linked to a lot of stuff, man. So, yeah. So that's what it is, man. Her name is being thrown out there, man. It's unfortunate the way it's being thrown out there in a negative light, man. And we try to defend Chennedy Carter, man. You know, we all know that, you know, she's a fiery type basketball player. You know, she's over in China, and China didn't do her no justice by giving her that award. That's letting people know that she still has things to work on. But at the same time, man, it's crazy. And, you know, it's funny because everything's about timing, right? Now we had the situation we talked about last night. We covered it just a little bit about Joel Lloyd. You know, the investigation came to an end. Now Joel Lloyd wants out of Seattle. Is that a potential candidate to replace Chennedy Carter in Chicago? I mean, things just are kind of weird. Now, you know, on the billboard, now you got Paige Beckers and Fly J. Johnson signing NIL deals with Unrivaled. So what kind of position does that put Fly J. Johnson in? Is she coming out of college or what? Is she going to make a splash in the WNBA? Is she going to make a splash, you know, in this year's draft? It's going to be interesting. What's up, Superfly J? It's going to be interesting. So that's the crazy thing about it is. Apex, I see you. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting, man. You know, some things went down today that was unexpected. Look at the NIL deals that Paige Becker and Chennedy Carter signed. I mean, not Chennedy Carter, but Fly J. Johnson. So what does that tell us about Fly J. Johnson? Could she be making a splash in the WNBA draft? Y'all let me know. What y'all think about that? Yeah, women's basketball is keeping us busy, man. We had the news with Angel Reese, you know, influence war that she got last night, teaming up with Rihanna, you know, working with a billionaire. Yeah. If Fly J comes out, she's going to the Sparks. Yeah, we talked about that. Well, you know how that is, Jonathan. Yeah, we convinced you, Brooklyn. Yeah, but it's interesting, man. Some interesting stuff broke off and it's kind of hot. It's kind of crazy that L said that the WNBA is keeping us busy. Yeah, it's keeping us busy because it might sound crazy, but the WNBA is dominating the headlines, man. They dominating the headlines. And I'm not only saying they dominate the headlines because of the basketball play. They dominate the headlines because Angel Reese is making headline news. Angel Reese is making headline news out here, guys, on the off season. Everybody's trying to keep up of what Angel Reese is doing. And see what's happening is Angel Reese is kind of destroying these Caitlin Clark YouTube channels because of her success. She is destroying these Caitlin Clark YouTube content creators because of her success. And it's crazy. Shout out to L for the $5 super chat.
Keep the...
Uh-oh. I said keep the main thing, main thing. Here comes the money. Money, money, dollar, dollar. L said, I don't like the NIL deals that the Unrivaled has going on. I've been rocking with what they've been doing, but this doesn't fit. That's why I said something fishy. You see the title of the show, something ain't right. Something is fishy about these deals, man. Something is fishy. But I appreciate the $5 super chat, L. Always supporting the channel. Yeah, it's fishy. We got to talk about it, man. That's what I said. The headline of the show, man. Something ain't right. It's fishy, man. Ted said you roasted Whitlock yesterday. Nah, that was Bro Claude roasted Whitlock. Yeah. But it's kind of funny, man. I mean, it's things right now, man, are just like, it's deep right now. I never thought I would say this, that WNBA basketball is headline news. Everything else is second fiddle. Superfly J said, what's going on with Kennedy? Nah, it ain't in fact of what's going on with Kennedy. It's some news that resurfaced or popped up about the firing of Teresa Weatherspoon. And Kennedy Carter's name was attached to her firing. And Brooklyn in the chat said that he said a few lives ago that he thought Chennedy Carter had something to do with her firing. And an article has been put out there by Julia Poe that, some of, Chennedy Carter's immaturity and with the coaching staff has led to the letting go of Teresa Weatherspoon. And it's unfortunate because we've talked about some of the issues that was going on that was supposed to be in-house. And then things started being leaked out. Then they was talking about, we saw the press conference where they had some furniture moving in the background. And everybody was putting Chennedy Carter's name to it, but we couldn't verify it. But when you got reliable sources like Julia Poe writing articles about it, it's gotta be something. Because in a sense, where we all talked about it is we always thought that, something wasn't right with that whole Chennedy Carter situation because the way she was in and out of games, they talking about injuries, they talking about COVID and things like that. It was just kind of fishy. It was kind of suspect. And we didn't have answers. And then the last 5 games of the season when Angel Reese went out, Chennedy Carter set the last 5 as well. All right, we back in. Hey, y'all see me? I don't know, man. The connection went out for a second. Nah, I'm here. Can y'all see me? Everything back on target? Time and target? Let me know. I'm right here. Nah, I don't know what happened, Brooklyn. I'm back. Yeah, I appreciate y'all staying there. But yeah, man, but some issues pulled up, but I guess everybody watching that Notre Dame game. Okay, good. We back in effect, man. Y'all can hear me loud and clear? Gotcha. All right. But yeah, with that being said, man, I mean, I just think, man, it's an ongoing problem, man. And I hope, man, she figures it out. I hope that, she can get onto a team. But we want her back in Chicago, man. But if that don't happen, man, then it is what it is, man. Like I said, things happen. It's a timing thing. I think with the situation with Drew Lloyd, requesting a trade from the Seattle Storm, could she be a potential replacement? Like El said about these NIL deals, man, it's kind of funny that you got Flage and Paige Becker signing these NIL deals. So is that basically saying is Flage gonna come out? Is Flage gonna make that move to the WNBA? What y'all think? I mean, we talked about it on previous shows, man, but it was all speculation, man. But now I'm leaning toward Flage might declare herself eligible for the WNBA draft, man. She might declare herself eligible for the WNBA draft, man. Carter got to be careful. I think they're trying to oust her out of the league again. Teaspoon was the only one that had her back. Yeah, I mean, that's the way it looks, man. Trudy said, yes, I think she's coming out. Yeah, I mean, the way things are looking, man, because I mean the WNBA is hot and heavy, man. I mean, you getting the ebb and flows of the WNBA this whole offseason, man. So everything is out there. So I just think in a situation that she signed an NIL deal with Unrivaled, that speaks volumes, man. That speaks volumes. So I just think in a situation like that, man, I think, the writing's on the wall for Flage to make an entrance, man. And that's really going to be something that can throw a monkey wrench in the system, man. So, I mean, I've said on plenty of shows, man, this is all speculations, man. This is all stuff that we just talk about. And, sometimes when we talk about stuff, man, we just bring it to fruition. Things that we talk about actually come full circle. John said they wanted to get rid of the coach anyway. Chennedy is the scapegoat. See that word scapegoat is thrown around too loosely to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like when people say they use this person as an scapegoat. Nah, like if Chennedy Carter got issues, she got issues, man. I don't think that's scapegoat material, man. If that was one of the calls and the frictions that was going on in that organization where Teresa Weatherspoon really had to go to bat for Chennedy Carter, I don't think that's a scapegoat. I think that's identifying that Chennedy Carter had real problems, that she had real problems. Yeah. So, I mean, we can't run from that. We can't deny that because it's all over the place. Like I said before, I also have to be with the free agents to bring vets to the teams. If vets don't like playing with Chennedy due to her attitude, it won't be bode well for getting her back on the roster. Yeah, I like Brooklyn, man. I kind of agree with that, man. Like, as much as we talk about it, the way the WNBA is moving in the direction that they're going in, man, Chennedy Carter's 25 years old, man. She's still young, man. But at the same time, man, like when you identify a problem and you're trying to get help, but then, like I've always said, what don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse, man. And everybody wanted to put the onus on Angel Reese for Teresa Weatherspoon and getting fired. We talked about Izzy and Dana Evans, but that situation, man, is kind of sticky, man, because the reports are out there now. Like I said, man, Julia Poe, man, she's a reliable source, man. John Burke said two things can be true. Oh, Chennedy Carter, 26. She just turned 26. Appreciate the correction, Jonathan. Like I said, I stand to be corrected. But yeah, so we say, but look at the bright side. Chennedy got the come on, Brooklyn, stop that. Now you causing confusion.
They only here to cause confusion.
Don't do that, Brooklyn. Tony gonna get mad at you. Don't do that. But yeah, but hey, it is what it is, man. But you know, we just all we could do is pray for Chennedy, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, evidently she's in a good space in China. She's in a good space. They love her in China because they're giving her rewards. Do you fire a coach for that though? Sports 263, man, you shouldn't fire a coach for that, but like we've always said, Teresa Weatherspoon was the only one going to bat for Chennedy Carter, the only one going to bat for her. And I think the organization as a whole, bringing her back, it caused some friction in that organization. It caused friction in that organization. They fired the coach because, well, that's basically what we're saying, T Black. And it all stems from Chennedy Carter. If you really go back and, you know, read the article, it all stems from Chennedy Carter. And that was causing some friction with the players on the court and off the court. That was causing friction. So put that in the context. What's up, Lakeisha? I see you. So put that in context, man. That was causing friction on and off the court. So when you cause friction on and off the court, Shamika 23 said, and he is an op. Yeah, well, Angel said that in her exit interview. She was too nice. And yeah, it sounds suspect to me. That's not a good reason to fire a coach. Yeah, but I mean, but it all comes back to Jeff P. Jeff P didn't want that in his locker room, man. Jeff P really didn't want Teresa Weatherspoon. So he used that as ammunition because if she lost control of the locker room, then he saw fit that, hey, we got to move in another direction. Yeah, we talked about it. If Flage comes out, man, hey, number 2 to the Sparks, man. It is what it is, man. Like, because what they doing with all these deals, man, they getting these NIL deals, man. This is crazy, man. And to make Paige Beckers and Flage get that NIL deal for Unrivaled, that says a lot. And he is a op. Yeah, Flage coming out. Yeah, Tony, now you convinced that she coming out, huh? We got Tony on board now. We got Tony on board now. Tony, we made you switch up, huh? Yeah, discipline wins games. You have to control your locker room. That is correct, man. Like, you know, she wears her emotions on her sleeve, man. I don't know, man. That's a good question, John Burke. That's a good question, man. That's a good question, John Burke. If Chennedy Carter wasn't a locker room issue, do you think Teresa Weatherspoon would have got fired? Hey, I can't say yes or no, man. That's a good question, man. And probably we can't answer that question because we'll never know. We don't know what was going through Jeff P's head when he decided to get rid of Teresa Weatherspoon. But that's a good question, man. That's a valid question, man. That's a valid question. Yeah, so I went on and dropped the link in the chat for anybody that want to come up. Tony Kennedy got the temper award, so this is a report. Shouldn't affect her, right? Y'all crazy. Yeah. Flage mama control her. If she say she wants her to come out, then she coming out. Yeah. All right. Link is in the chat, y'all. Notre Dame took control of the game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what y'all doing. Y'all watching that Notre Dame game, huh? Mm-hmm. Hey, what's going on, Duvall and Tony? How y'all doing?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on? How y'all doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm watching this Texas and Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
Ooh, they ain't overtime now. But Notre Dame take the lead now.
Oh, okay. So what we got going on, man? What's up, Duval?
I'm gonna be real quick. I'll probably have to drop it. Then I probably gonna come back because I'm at work, so I'm
Okay.
trying to sneak and do it. Like I told, what's my boy name? Bro Claude 2 months ago. I said I don't know why y'all just assumed that she was coming back. I told y'all, man, she's a great talent, but that personality could wear on people. Everybody can't just have that type of energy around her each and every day, especially somebody like Angel who have to deal with the racism from Caitlin Clark fans and other people from the outside. They have to come to work and deal with that too. That could be a lot on a person. But I don't think she's totally out the picture. I just think it depends on if they strike out or not a free agency and see if they gonna bring her back.
Yeah.
So if they don't strike out a free agency, I think, what I'm saying, she can come back. But if they get who they want, she's gone.
It's kind of funny you said that, Duval, because I'm looking at it in this sense, man. Like everything that's starting to pop up about Kennedy, it's too much news on Chennedy Carter now. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, man, because like I said, she wants to be in the WNBA, but all this news, it makes it even worse because I know B. Will was up on the panel saying that the award that she got in China is not going to affect her one way or the other. I think that that dampens that chance, right? Because now you got an article coming out about Teresa Weatherspoon and you got Chennedy Carter's name attached to it, and that's the reason for her firing. You see what I'm saying? So things are starting to build up. And then in that article, it stated that it was the locker room tension even on the court and off the court. And I've told y'all guys when I was doing the shows, when the WNBA season was playing, like, the thing about Chennedy Carter, man, we didn't know when Chennedy Carter was going to be in the lineup, man. What is the reason why she was out of the lineup? Man, the COVID situation was kind of tricky because she played the night before, and if she was in the COVID protocol, the standards, she shouldn't have been on the court. And then the next night, they talking about she had an ankle injury. But then after that game was over, that she set out, she posts a picture that she's in the hospital getting an IV.
The same picture she posted twice.
Yeah, so make it make sense. Like, I don't know what was going on in that situation. Like, and then the last 4 or 5 games of the season, she set out. They said it was a foot injury, but shit, she over in China balling her ass out. Like no ill effects to any kind of injury.
Like I said, I'm gonna
No,
bring
she
up.
still had that injury. She still had that injury.
What is the injury?
It was aggravating her earlier in the season.
What type of injury was it?
With the foot, I don't know what it is. It's something with her foot though.
I'm gonna bring up 2 incidents of question when it comes to Chennedy Carter that people forget. Incident number 1. Remember, like I said, August 15th, when she was liking tweets saying that she the reason why the Sky was winning, and she was mad because Angel Reese got, recognized an ESPN article ranked above her. She spazzed out about that.
But
That's
do you
when
think that was really about her and Angel Reese though?
Yes, because I think she wanted to be the franchise.
I don't think that. No, come on.
I believe that. I believe that 100%.
Y'all starting rumors now.
I believe she thinks she's the best player, and that's fine. But she's not going to be the franchise.
You gotta say allegedly. You cannot come out here on this platform and just keep saying things that you think it is, and you have to put allegedly because you can get KSAP in trouble. I'm just giving you a legal advice right now.
Yeah, allegedly then. And then how about allegedly August 24th, like after the Suns game, when we were hearing all those noise in the background while the press conference was going on.
Yeah, that's one thing that really stands out. And people was trying to allegedly put her name on it, but there was no source to verify it, right? But the more and more these articles come out attaching her name to it, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And what don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse, man. So now it's all starting to tie itself together. We know that she's a fiery player. We know she identified that she has a problem. She's trying to work through it, but they just putting salt in the wound by putting these, articles out. And I don't think Chennedy Carter's making it better herself by going on to Twitter X saying the things that she's saying and stuff like that. And then like B. Will came up here and said that the award that she got over in China it's not going to hurt her. It's no big deal. I think it's a big deal. I think it's a big deal, man, because you try to silence the storm, right? Because now you have a potential to get back on the team that, you know, we want her on, but it makes it no better when your head coach hasn't even addressed the Chennedy Carter situation, man. That's the
Not at all. And now that, think about this. It's not that she's a restricted free agent, because Webber was a restricted free agent, and they treat her like she's back on the team.
Yeah.
She got the phone call. Well, after Angel got the phone call when Tyler Marsh got hired, she was at the press conference. She traveled with Tyler Marsh to all these college basketball games, and he works with her, you know what I'm saying, in drills and stuff at the Chicago Sky gym. And so, like I said, they treat her like she's back on the team. They treat Chennedy Carter like she's already a free agent.
Yeah.
Allegedly, Miss Tony.
But she is a free agent, so
no, she's a restricted free agent. There's a difference.
Okay, so
not
but
a free agent.
Okay.
And Webber is a restricted free agent, but they treat her like she's back on the team already.
Yeah, like
you
they
see the difference?
They're covering her.
Oh Lord, y'all kill me with the two pieces of. I see a tweet here, I see a tweet here, I see a this here, this here, and you don't have factual evidence, you don't have factual proof, you don't have anything coming from anybody in that organization to say that this is what is happening, and you cannot keep coming up here making up.
So this article,
I'm gonna be quiet.
So this article that came out, Miss Tony.
Somebody talked to the reporter.
Yeah. So this article came out. So it's fake news.
And what speaks volumes is
where did that source come from?
Julian Poe. She
Chicago.
covers Chicago.
She from
if it don't come from Annie, it is not, because Annie hasn't put out anything.
So
yet.
you don't trust none of these sources.
I don't trust Julia Pope. I do not trust anything Julia Pope says.
Okay, well, I mean, that's your right not to.
If it don't come from Annie, who is the actual reporter for the Sky, I'm not even trying to hear that.
They say Annie Constable, man, she the ops.
Yeah, she has an agenda.
She ain't no ops.
Oh, so so you saying she not an ops, but everybody else saying she like
ops. I don't care what everybody say.
Okay.
I don't go off of tweets and try to make up a whole story. That's the thing. I look at factual proof.
That is
right. I go off of what somebody else put out there and say that this is the proof. This ain't no proof. Where did you get that information from?
I'm sure
the articles out there. There's sources out there.
Where did she get that source from?
What do you mean? Where did she get that source from?
Where did she get that source from? Who did she get that source from? Where did she get it? Where we all can go and look at it.
You know the reporters are not going to reveal their sources.
Come on,
like Stephen A. Smith.
Come on, I can go type up something and say this is some proof of something. Come on now.
Tony, if
it's factual proof, she can tell us. She can tell us the source where we can go and look at it.
Annie Constable is legit.
But they don't, though.
Okay.
They don't.
That's why I don't. But anything that other girl, if it's not coming from Annie,
okay,
it's not legit.
Sister Tony, I'm gonna tell you something that speaks volumes of how the team feel about Chennedy Carter. How come nobody ever spoke up about her when it comes to these hit pieces that's pertaining to her reputation?
Why they got to talk about her?
He's talking about putting fire out.
He hasn't even talked about who his assistant coaches is.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. We talk about the player.
Why he gonna talk about one player the whole time?
No. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I
don't think that's
you know what? I'm gonna keep quiet.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example, Sister Tony. When Teresa Weatherspoon was getting heat from the fan base, Angel put that fire out. When Webber was getting heat for the fan base, Angel put that fire out. Chennedy Carter getting this heat and she ain't say nothing. The franchise player ain't say nothing. That says something. Like I said, my mama always told me, saying nothing says a lot. I promise you that.
I don't care what you say, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't care. Because you're going off of assumptions and you don't have factual proof. At the end of the day, bring me the proof.
I don't think you can bring
not something off
a
tweet, not something off of somebody's tweet. Not something off of show me something proof.
So Chennedy Carter, she tweeting stuff, so it's not valid.
Chennedy Carter said not to believe everything that you see on tweet. So
that's what they all say.
People
but when we
tweet.
hold up,
that's the thing. That's what it's called. Tweet. You tweet for whatever reason you want to tweet.
But it came from that's a source though, right?
But that's not.
She's the horse.
All right. I'm not going.
But I mean, Chennedy Carter's the horse, right?
I mean, if it comes from her mouth, either she a liar or she telling the truth.
Exactly, or she just causing confusion,
or she just out here trolling her own stuff. I don't know.
She just got us all in an uproar, just trolling. So if it comes from the horse,
possible.
Yeah,
I mean, she could be trolling herself.
Yeah, but if it comes from the source, and Chennedy Carter is the source, it's got to be some validity in that.
But KSAP, I'm gonna say this. This is what I was about to say. I say it in the chat. It's a little suspect to me, but I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. When you go and talk to certain people inside the organization, you'll get 2, 15, 5 different stories. We all know that. Stephen A. Smith get up on TV and talk about he heard from somebody on a text that said something about Jaylen Brown. He wouldn't reveal his sources because he's gonna protect his sources. He don't want to out them. Yep. So it's no way. A lot of these news articles that's being written, there's no way to verify what they're saying because those people are talking to maybe a player or administrative person inside of the organization, and they have told that person that they're not going to out them. Yep. So there's no way for us to verify what they're saying. But I would say this: it could be the organization could be putting these stories out to diminish her value. Because my only problem with it is, if that's the case, if you fired a coach because of a player, then why are you holding on to that player? Whether you're talking about him or not, cut him loose. If she's such a cancer, cut her loose and move on. Why drag this out?
I think that's what's going to happen, though. I think, me personally, I mean, I'm just going to say it, man. I don't think Kennedy's coming back, man. I don't think she's coming back.
And I get that, KSAP. I just don't understand the organization's position because you had one firestorm with firing a coach that everybody liked, right? And Teresa Weatherspoon. Mm-hmm. And then you're gonna drag this out, and then somewhere down the line, get rid of Chennedy Carter. Mm-hmm. You just keep starting firestorms in your organization when you're trying to rebuild and attract free agents. Nobody wants to be a part of no mess like that. Yeah. So
the answer is, Lakeisha, is they gonna keep her in glass in case of emergency. They gonna see who they gonna get in free agency. If they strike out in free agency, they'll bring her back because they don't want to bring back a rebuilding team, especially with all these nationally televised games that are gonna be coming up this season. Mm-hmm. But if they get who they want in free agency, she's going. They're gonna cut her loose because as a restricted free agent, once a team signs her, the team has 10 days to match the offer. 10. In 10 days, you'll know what free agents would be coming to Chicago Sky or not during the start of free agency.
But you know what, Duval? If somebody's a cancer in the locker room, I don't know why you keep that person.
Well, they just can't let her walk yet. They got to wait till the free agent period, is available. And then that's when you see a lot of moves, like Duval said.
And you let her continue trolling you throughout this whole process.
Well, I mean, but this is what I'm saying in this whole ordeal. Chennedy Carter and her representation and her team, they know something. Somebody got to know something. Because for this young lady to keep, because she's paying attention, she just, came out and tweeted that, you can't believe everything that you hear. And I think but listen, all athletes do that when news is circulating about them. They always say you always can't believe what you hear, right? All athletes do that. So she did nothing wrong in that sense. Right. But the thing is, it's too much stuff coming out about Chennedy Carter. Why? Right? And then the fact that she is a restricted free agent, potential to come back to the Sky. And like you said, Lakeisha, if the name is trying to dirty Mac her and put salt on her reputation, that's not a good look, right? So now she's coming on Twitter to defend herself. She's the horse. She's the source. Now she's putting it out there. Mm-hmm. And then, it did, like, in a situation like this, in a situation when you hear your name come up in alleged stuff like that, man, leave it alone, man. It'll all play itself out. But in this situation, I don't think she's making the situation even better.
Let me ask this question, KSAP, because sometimes I don't know about the whole unrestricted agent and contracts and all that stuff. They are the Sky organization is they can trade her, right? If they wanted to. I'm asking a legit question.
Sign and trade. They can sign her and trade.
So why go through this whole thing if she is a Cancer? Package her up, and I'm pretty sure you can get something for her, and let her go.
I'm on the same verge of what you're saying, Lakeisha, man. If you're a Cancer in the locker room, just let her walk. And like I said, it's timing. It's the whole timing of how these situations are playing out. Because we talked about it last night. Now the investigation with the Seattle Storm has come to a head, and now Drew Lloyd wants out. Could that be a replacement for Chennedy Carter? Things just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like the way things are lining up. If you're going to do a package deal, like I said last night, if you get who you want on that third pick with Chicago, then that 10th pick don't mean nothing to me. I'm going to package it up and get these people, like Duvall said, in free agency.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this real quick and then I'm gonna drop because I want these ladies to have the floor. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in the middle of that. But at the end of the day, the answer to your question, Miss Lakeisha, is even though she might be a Cancer, but your trade value could be so diminished that you might not get much for her anyway. And so at the end of the day, it's like you only got two options: either let her go or hold on to her and see what you can get. As far as free agency, and you can't get nobody as a free agent, you bring her back because she is a talent. And people don't like letting talent just go that easy.
And let me
but
tell
sometimes
you
she could be a headache.
Let me tell you something, Duvall. I agree
Yes,
with
ma'am.
what you're saying, but if they had done that right after they got rid of Teresa Weatherspoon, then it would have been somebody else's problem. Why drag this out and make yourself look worse and worse and worse? Because now we don't know what to believe.
Well, the best way to put it to you is like a real life situation in a relationship. Why does women don't walk away from domestic violent men? Sometimes it's just hard to leave. Sometimes it's just hard to walk away. Sometimes you gotta be sick of.
You say Jeff P need to be on the couch working out
yes.
some things.
Sometimes, like a woman always tell you, sometimes you gotta be sick and tired just to be sick and tired. Until you get to that point where you're sick and tired, be sick and tired, you don't walk away. You think that violence, that toxic energy, you think that's attractive when it's not.
Yeah.
And so that's the same thing with Chennedy Carter. And so, but like I said, we'll find out. But like I said, I'm gonna drop and I'll come back later because, like I said, I want these ladies to have the floor. Yeah. I appreciate y'all.
All right, Duvall. And the crazy thing is, I mean, he made a lot of sense there. But the crazy thing about it is, Lakeisha, I don't think they dragging it out. And the reason why I say I don't think they dragging it out, it's just that stuff is just surfacing now. I mean, it happens to have Chennedy Carter's name on it. You see what I'm saying? So that makes it look like, we talked about it the other day about the award that she got in China. It shouldn't have been no big deal, but a lot of people made a big deal about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that puts fuel to the fire. Then, she came out and tweeted about what team y'all think I should play for next year. Then she talking about y'all participate in my poll. I don't think they dragging it out. I just think her name is just surfacing. And then this adds insult to injury because now you bring poor Teresa Weatherspoon back in the mix, but you got Chennedy Carter's name attached to it.
Yeah.
So I don't think the organization is dragging out. It's just now this stuff is resurfacing. Stuff is just coming out.
But KSAP, that stuff that happened, if we're to believe the report, because it's hard for me to believe a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of with Sister Tony, but I like playing devil's advocate. If we're to believe the report, the organization knew this internally before this broke. They knew everything about Kennedy before we knew. They did all their research. They actually seen it up close and personal when she was acting, whatever they saying she doing in the locker room, acting crazy, throwing chairs, whatever it is. They seen all this. So you don't need no new reports to come out. You already know.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what the reports are leaning toward. Everything that you just said, that's what's in the report. You see what I'm saying? So, like you said, if they identified this early, right? It is what it is. And somebody's just now writing about it. Right. Because it's always a storyline, like when anybody gets fired, a coach gets fired, right? They do their investigation. And then when that coach is gone, then an article comes about, this is the reason why this coach got fired, right? So articles come out. They already identified the problem, but somebody writes a story about it. So everything that you just said about Chennedy Carter, that's what's in the article. Verbatim. They identified the problem. It was a locker room issue. It was, the cohesiveness with the players on and off the court. The volatile attitude that she had. That's all addressed in the article. The same things that you're saying. It's a messy situation, man. And somebody's writing about it.
I need somebody to send an email to teaspoon.
I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna keep it 100, okay?
Do your thing.
Them white people got mad when she pushed Caitlin Clark on the court. Y'all know that. Them white people got upset when she pushed or shoved Caitlin Clark during the game a few months ago. I forgot which one, But anyway, they don't like that. You know what I mean? So Chennedy Carter really didn't do herself any favors by not only the on-court antics, but whatever happened, after a game where she was tossing around furniture, throwing things, and that didn't help her case. That didn't help the managers or the ownership decide, you know what, we're going to bring Chennedy Carter back for next season. So I feel bad for the girl. I really do. I wish they would bring her back to Chicago, but my gut feeling is saying they're not going to bring her back. Okay. And it's just not one or two things that she did. It's different things. And this is not to say that she did not get along with the players themselves. This is not to say that she was like a total cancer in the locker room. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there were instances where she could not control her temper. Okay. And she displayed her emotions. She went over the top with her emotions. She went over the top. And, I'm going to tell you, mental health is very important. You have to take care of your mental health. I don't care where you are in life, what socioeconomic background you're from. You have to take care of your mental health. If you can afford to go do it, then that's fine. Okay. But this is not the first time that a team has not wanted Chennedy Carter. It's not the first time. Okay. And that's all I got to say, really.
I mean, that's a great point, man. I mean, we just talking about it, man. I mean, I don't think nobody's up here.
I didn't hear everything y'all was saying.
I know, but I don't think nobody's up here trying to believe everything that's put out there. We having a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? And trying to figure out why is this stuff, like Lakeisha said, why is this stuff just now coming out?
Exactly.
That's
because
the
WNBA is a business. The WNBA is a business. And so by them coming out with these stories, these narratives now, it's kind of like, they trying to create some sort of public persona about Chennedy Carter, or they're trying to turn the public against her. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I'm just saying, it seems like they're trying to turn things in their favor, by turning the public against her, by vilifying Kennedy, to take, I guess the heat off of them for getting rid of Witherspoon.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Okay. I could be wrong. I'm just saying. Seems like they're trying to take the heat off of themselves, for the Witherspoon termination by throwing it all on Chennedy Carter.
I agree with you on that.
And I think the problem is, I think they probably pissed off because she's out there tweeting, and they just, Kennedy hit back, and now they pissed off, and now they trying to fire back at her, they trying to slander her. You see what I'm saying?
And they know if they do it, she's gonna let it all fly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at her tweet. I'm looking at one of them now.
Yeah.
I'm on her page, and she has some very interesting tweets here.
I just think it's been handled very poorly by management. I don't know what Jeff is doing.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he's good at effectively managing personalities as a manager. I don't think he's doing good at that at all.
Yeah.
But this is a organization that's already been known to be messy already, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like I said, I got to see the legal side of it, and if I don't see something black and white, if she's like Sister Lakeisha said, if she's such a bad person, she's such a cancer to your team, why do you still have her here?
Yeah. Don't get mad at me, KSAP. Now, don't get mad at me for about what I'm about to say. Okay?
I get mad at nobody.
But I agree with what Tony said earlier. I agree with what she said, because we can't jump off the ship and just believe everything that someone said in an article.
We never said we was going to do that.
No.
We're talking about it. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about the article that surfaced about Teresa Weatherspoon and the reason why she was let go, and Chennedy Carter's name was attached to it. So we're talking
that's
about
what I'm saying. I heard bits and pieces of it. I didn't hear
now that goes back to what I just said. Is the organization always been messy? Yeah. Chennedy Carter evidently is watching what's going on in the States, and she's seeing her name being thrown out there, and she hit back by coming out with these reckless tweets. And the organization is pissed off, and now they putting articles out, because why is the article, like Lakeisha said, why is the article just now coming out?
Just now,
they already knew that's what the problem was.
That's
what I'm saying. Zoe, what's up, man? We got you up here, man. What's your take on it, man? Talk to us.
What's going on, Lakeisha? What's going on, Miss Tony? What's going on, Sister Dog? What's going on, Prince? Look, I just finished my 4-hour live stream, so I just popped in.
See, man, hey, don't follow in my footsteps. Don't let them keep you up there for 5 hours.
Hey, they be having me up there. Look,
man, they had him up there for 8 hours.
Messing with Lakeisha them, man. Lakeisha done had me up there 8 hours.
Don't let them do it to you, Zoe, man.
My wife was like, she texted me, was like, when you coming to bed? I said, I'm coming. But first of all, like, when you think about professional teams, right? This isn't us getting on YouTube and just making a live stream about like a rumor mill we heard at the gym. When an article, I want y'all to, when an article comes out at this level of professionalism, someone in that organization gave the okay. You don't write an article about an organization without a yes from somebody in that organization, because what can happen is they can stop giving you information. These are people's jobs. We could come on YouTube and just make a live stream and say whatever we want, and we can't get fired. It's our stream. These people work for publications. They stuff got to get approved, and it gotta hit home. Basically, me and KSAP, let's say me and KSAP work for an organization and we both had a live stream, right? We both go to we go in the lab, we come up with ideas, and we go to them and we say, hey, let's make a live stream about Camila Cardoso post game. And then one of us like, but we was thinking about, we seen Angel Reese with a brace on her knee. I think she might have hurt her knee somewhere, but she been traveling a lot. guess what he gonna say? How about we do this? How about we say she should have took the summer to recover? Now she got a knee brace on when she didn't have a training camp. Like you could, it blows up more. We do streams like we doing now. It keeps what they're reporting in algorithms. So we could say an article is like pushing a narrative, but somebody in that organization gave them the okay to push that narrative at the end of the day. And I don't know who it was. I heard somebody talking about like mental stuff. We gotta. I feel I get so uncomfortable when I hear people bring up mental stuff in sports, because someone having to go sit down for mental issues is such a deep issue that it really needs a variance to stand on. It can't be me and this person gets into it in the locker room. Now I have mental issues. That's two different things. I've been in locker rooms in college overseas with players who just didn't get along with people who talk back to them. Like some players don't like people checking them. Some people don't like coaches checking them in front of other people. You bring me to the side. I've seen players bounce around teams overseas, and that has nothing to do with mental issues. That's just their personalities, and they get along with who they get along with.
Yeah, I'm not talking about folks having an argument. That ain't what I'm talking about.
But
also, let me tell you this. I think that she also
where's the mental stuff coming from though? Where's the proof that she has this?
I'm saying Kennedy
situation.
I'm saying Chennedy Carter herself has alluded to, some stuff herself. I'm just saying, okay, she has alluded to, having to do some things, All right, I'm just saying. She's alluded to it. I'm not talking about somebody getting into an argument with somebody. That's not mentally ill. Just because you have a disagreement.
What has she said that alluded that she's having that?
That's not mentally ill.
I get that, but that has nothing to, that report is separate from whatever Chennedy Carter is going. Like, unless Chennedy Carter has sat down with this reporter, unless another player has sat down with this reporter, like
you never sat down with that reporter. You can't combine.
It's like that's two different situations.
I'm talking about comments in the past.
It's free agency.
I'm talking about comments that she's made in the past.
I get that, but it's free
Are you talking about tweets?
I'm not talking about
the team is pushing right now. Whatever the team is pushing right now, they're trying to create a leg up. Again, WNBA fans. Yeah. When this new CBA happens and players get more power, stuff like this won't happen because players have more power, where these organizations, these GMs, they're going to have to acquiesce to what these players. Again, if the WNBA would have a CBA like the NBA or any other league at this point, their CBA is horrible. Whatever they did with Teaspoon would not have happened without Angel Reese say so. The organizations with these rookie contracts, these scales where they can't dictate things, they got to be on these 5-year deals to even be a unrestricted free agent, which is wild. I got to spend 5 years with you, even if I don't want to, just so I can be an unrestricted free agent and go where I want to go. Other than that, you can match my contract. You could come out and say whatever you want. And I've been telling people this. Chennedy Carter can say whatever she wants. Chicago Sky can say whatever they want at this point. Chennedy Carter is a restricted free agent. The Dallas Wings to come out on January 15th and say we signing Chennedy Carter, and Chennedy Carter can tweet a uniform holding a Dallas Wings jersey. Chicago can say, I'm going to be petty. I'm going to wait until July 20th at 11:59 and match that offer, and she got to come back and she can sit out, and I can null void her contract, and she still got to sit out that entire contract because I matched that offer. I'm going to be dirty and give her a 3-year deal.
Yep.
I mean, but Chicago has been known for being.
But I'm just telling you, organizations do that because they have the power right now. When this CBA comes, a lot of this nonsense won't be going on. Yeah. And again, they know it's a competitive league. You got limited roster spots. Organizations are taking advantage of that. Look at this. The Mystics. I know I don't want to get too off topic, but the Mystics have literally wasted 3 years of Elena Deladon's career.
Yeah.
3 years with a core. Yeah. No other organization has that. NBA, NFL, you can franchise a player for 1 year in the NFL. The NBA doesn't have that at all.
I
Like
know.
hockey doesn't have that at all. Baseball doesn't have that at all. Again, the WNBA is an owners-driven league, not a players-driven league. We keep talking about the WNBA don't have money. They don't have to show you they have money because of the way the CBA is labeled. If these players really want to hold out, they can hold out and say, know what? We want this, this, and this. We want this much percentage of the revenue. And guess what organization's going to do? They're going to say, okay, we got to start putting money behind these players when they come to our teams because we're not going to get the next free agent. Right now, they don't care because they know the roster spots are limited. You could not like my organization and still got to come here or go play overseas. So when teams come out and try to bash players with all this he say, she say stuff, I'm wondering if I don't even know why we put it to such a high level where it becomes the truth. Because they have the leverage, and no matter what a player says, they know their voice is limited because of the organizational power. Chennedy Carter can come out and tweet something simple like, I am fine, I will be happy wherever I go. She don't really mean that. She has to say that because of the way the league is structured. If she can control her own destiny, this conversation would be going totally different. And trust me, behind the scenes, her agent is probably telling her right now, be limited in what you say, be careful what you say, no matter what they say. And that is what it is. When we start getting into all these mental things and all of this, like, what does a blog and an article coming from approved by Chicago Sky has to do with Chennedy Carter's mental state? I'm confused.
Got you. I see you come on here, L. What's going on, L? Talk to us.
Man, listen.
Give it to us, Al.
It'd be too much speculating going on, too many conspiracy theories, too much emotion attached to perspectives. You got to take a step back. First and foremost, the W is a business, albeit a really trash business model. It's still a business. There is something so much bigger at play right now, and I don't think that people are taking that into consideration. And I'm not about to spew out a whole bunch of nonsense. Anytime you have a reporter from a credible media company putting out any information, one, you best believe that it was greenlit by somebody in the organization. You ever heard of insiders? You know, just like cops have their confidential informants, organizations have relationships. Why do you think they put such an emphasis on building relationships with the media? Because they can keep their hands clean to the public. The media can take stories and run with it, and most people will never think twice about, oh, this came from somebody on the inside of this sports organization. When they want to create a narrative, disrupt a narrative, or shift a narrative, they have people in the media that they're connected to that they can reach out to and get stories out. The timing of this is real suspect. You got to remember, y'all, we have a brand new women's basketball league being launched, and they are putting the W to shame. So the W has to stay relevant, whether that's creating drama, creating new narratives and stories. Look at all when I said at the beginning of the live, women's basketball is really keeping us busy. I'm 53 and I have loved basketball my whole life. I've played it. My daughters have played it. I have family who have played it, both in the NBA. I have friends who have played in the WNBA. It has never had this much hype ever. We don't see these type of storylines on the men's side. Not saying that there isn't drama, not saying that there aren't storylines, but we don't see it like this and this consistently. Whatever Chennedy got going on, I wish her well. I love her as a player, but none of us can really sit up here and say we truly know where she's at, where her mental state is at. She has been selected as someone, she has a target on her back. Y'all forgot about her hip checking, Caitlyn. That put a target on her back.
Mm-hmm.
Angel came into the league with a target on her back because of what she did in the national championship game. These are Black women. They're being very strategic with how they quote unquote package and put these women out in the public and the stories that are circulating them. Now we got a story, where allegedly I don't even want to say allegedly because it's just stupid that now we're suspecting whether or not Kennedy had anything to do with Teaspoon's firing. How many months ago was that? How many stories have come out since then? Even the so-called locker room brawl. No one still no, you mean to tell me as much as Dana and Izzy got up there and had diarrhea of the mouth and they exit interview, all the stuff that they were talking, that would have been, and her, Dana and her agent having Twitter fingers, all the stuff that was going on there, you don't think that if Kennedy was the issue, that they wouldn't have dropped nine?
Oh, it's
Yeah, it
gonna
would
come
have
out,
been
L.
came out.
It's
It
gonna
would
come
have
out.
came out long time ago. I'm with you
Exactly.
on that.
Timing
It
is
would have came
everything.
out. It would
Timing
have
is
came out
everything.
long time ago.
Timing is everything, but that's what I'm saying is no one from that organization, from a player's perspective, has spoken ill about Kennedy and her so-called behavior. And best believe the way that these women have been moving, the way that stuff has been going, I feel like somebody would have said something by now.
I will say
Everybody
this though.
assumed that there was a fight in the locker room because of what they heard. But we tend to forget that the Sky's facilities are not the best,
Yeah.
right? And we've seen in post game interviews where a player will be coming in or out of the room where the media interviews are taking place, and you'll even hear the fans out there
Yeah, I agree with
in
that.
the hallway. So who's to say what that ruckus really was?
I agree with that, L.
I thought it was a non-story because
Yeah.
players get fiery all the time. It ain't no big deal.
Man, you got
Getting
Ron
upset.
Artest, you got folks beating.
I know,
I was
but
about to
watch.
call them niggas. You got men in the locker room beating each other down,
But watch what I
pulling
say
out
though.
guns
I'm a
and
woman
pistol
and I
whipping
get to
folks.
throwing stuff.
But
Okay.
watch what I say. Watch what I say. I'm gonna go back to what Duvall said. The talent of Chennedy Carter. She's a talented player, knowing that she can help the Sky in all calls, right? But I'm saying that the reason why, this is just my opinion, that it's not coming out right now is because they think they have hope of bringing Chennedy Carter back. Now, if Chennedy Carter does not come back with the Chicago Sky, like Zoe said, if another team gives her an offer, Chicago don't match it, or if they do match it, and say, for instance, she's not with the Chicago Sky, I guarantee you stories are going to come out on the reason why she's not with the Chicago Sky. And what we just talked about, that's going to be one of the stories. Everything's going to come out. Because if you look at it, like,
my point.
Yeah, so if you look at it like this, we can go back to the NBA. We didn't know all that stuff Michael Jordan was doing in the locker room until we watched The Last Dance.
K-Sap, my opinion, what's going on, everyone, by the way? My opinion, she's not coming back. They usually, if you look at any organization and any sport, when something like this starts to happen, it's like a lot of times character assassination. They're not trying to do this to lowball somebody because they can give her the max. They got the salary cap. She's a max player. It's not penny pinching. It's I view this as you're gone and you had to go tweet. So now we're gonna use something to embarrass you. This is a legitimate source. This is not no random Twitter person. This is a real newspaper. They're not going to release something unless something is confirmed with a legitimate source and open themselves up to a major lawsuit.
What newspaper? What newspaper she's with?
Wasn't it Chicago
Tribune?
What she's not with the
Chicago.
Chicago Sun. The Chicago Sun is with Annie.
We didn't say
Annie's
Sun.
the
We
big
said the Chicago
Sun.
Tribune.
Come on now.
Tribune. Chicago Tribune, I think, is what the newspaper was.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate. It's a legitimate.
That's a legitimate newspaper.
Yeah, and when they do stuff like that, like Zoe mentioned it, usually stuff like this doesn't happen unless it's greenlit. It's from upper management many times. So let's not be in denial about. We've seen this in many sports. We've seen the same. It's the same script that they use. So they're mad at a player. That player's gone. They hit us. Let's hit them back before they're out the door. That's what I think is happening. and it hurts because she's the best shooting guard in the league. Let's keep it real here. But let's not act like this has never happened in probably all the sports among half the teams if you go all the way to their past. Now, like you said, KSAP, other people they sweep under the rug if they feel they're worthy of keeping. Michael Jordan slapped Steve Kerr. We didn't hear about it till he was near retirement.
Yep.
Right. Slap the heck out of him.
Yeah, he did, man. That's crazy.
And you got to remember, Chicago Tribune is owned by. Go do your research. Chicago Tribune is owned by Warner Brothers. Like, that's a $630 million newspaper company.
Exactly. They're not putting out trash.
They're not putting nothing out that isn't greenlit by a credible source. They aren't putting that out.
We shouldn't believe anything that article says. Then we should just stop talking about it. Then we shouldn't believe a damn thing that was written in that article at all. It's a waste of time at this point.
It's not even. I don't even care.
No, I mean, no offense, but no. I'm just saying it's a waste of energy. Don't believe none of it. Period.
Yeah, but you can't do that though, because the players need a voice.
Anything. I'm just saying, don't believe
that's not how that works, though.
It's all speculation.
That's not how that works, though.
All of it is speculation.
YouTube channels, we become their voice and say things they can't. Behind the scenes, they are probably talking to other players, saying, "Look at how the Chicago Sky is treating Chennedy Carter." I guarantee you, players right now are in group chats saying, "Look how the Chicago Sky are not standing up for Chennedy Carter."
Exactly.
Because technically, this is a $1 million organization. They can write their own article too. They can go to the Chicago Tribune. They can go to whoever else and make their own article saying that's not true. If they really care,
they could. Yeah.
To answer, who is the Slim Reaper? Is that Duvall?
Yeah, that's Duvall.
Well, you asked me if she has a target on her back by her own team. We're not talking about teammates. We're talking about the organization. There's no here. Look at it from this perspective, and I think we've talked about this on a previous episode. See how quickly they re-sign E-Will? E-Will was still injured or coming out of her surgery and her injury, like rehabbing from that. They don't know what type of player she's going to be next season.
Yeah, they didn't waste no time.
They wasted no time re-signing her. So you mean to tell me, as good as Chennedy performed and helped to elevate the Sky last season, you don't think to automatically re-sign her? Why would you wait until free agency?
That's what I'm saying, Al. And let me ask you guys something. Al, you work in the media before, haven't you?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. You think, and this is speculation, do you think maybe the league wanted this because they want to send a message to every player, everybody get in line? No more nonsense?
I'm going to answer this way. I'm not going to feed into speculation because I still work in the media and I have a reputation to protect too. And I want to always be seen as a trusted and credible source of information. So I'm not going to get it. That's why I say I don't do the speculations. Let's talk facts.
Exactly.
And anything outside of that, I'm not going to do that. So respectfully, I'm not going to go there. But I will say that the way that things appear and how they've been moving, it is great concern for Pause.
Yeah, and look, we're going to follow the timeline right here. And Elle just touched on it. And I've touched on it on previous shows. We're going to follow the timeline. She talked about E-Will. As soon as the season was over, what did they do with E-Will? They signed her to an extension, not knowing what type of player she's going to be when she comes back. We don't even know the status of her injury, how her rehab is going, if she's had any setbacks, or is she going to be good to go, to start off training camp, right? Now, let's fast forward. Just like Bro Claude said, and we piggybacked off of each other, when Tyler Marsh had his press conference, right, and Jeff P was up there, they was talking about Michaela Onyeawede. Is she a restricted free agent? They talking about the things that they're going to do with her as a basketball player next season, right? So the fact that Chennedy Carter is a restricted free agent, and you made no mention of what we're going to do with Chennedy Carter. We left in limbo. Now all this interesting news starts to circulate about Chennedy Carter. It all started with the tweet that she had. Chicago Sky's organization saw that. They fired back at Chennedy. Chennedy said, look, I'm shooting back too. So now, like y'all said, the timing of this article that just dropped is fishy.
We debated it, remember, a couple of weeks ago, and me, you, and a few others, we were all on the same stance, like, she's gone. We're like, we're not going to ignore all these signs.
Yeah.
And now we're getting more and more and more signs. It's ugly,
Okay, so I'm looking on the Chicago Tribune, and I'm looking at what she wrote. Where's this so-called paperwork that you think, because it's not on here?
What you mean, the article that she wrote?
I'm looking at her article right now where she's talking about Chennedy, and there's nothing here where that paperwork that you had on there first, case app, that shows that Teaspoon was released because of Kennedy. There's nothing on here. I'm looking at all the links that she has on here, and it's not on here.
Let me go. See what you're saying. I can't get to the website because you gotta subscribe, so I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I ran into that yesterday. Like he showed.
We'll let you go to the article.
There's a way to overdo that, but I'll teach y'all that later.
Oh yeah, you're going to teach us that,
Sister
now.
Get me in trouble online. Oh
okay,
no!
All right, well we'll leave that alone. We ain't gonna get Sister Tony in trouble.
Yeah,
Miss Tony got to pay for service, man. Miss Tony got to pay for service.
Yeah.
No, I ain't got no paid for service. I'm paid for that service. But there's a way to do it.
I assume the guy that sent it to.
I'm not doing that. I'm not.
I assume the guy that sent it to KSAP had the actual article.
It's right on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Tony got those valuable skills.
It's right on the screen. But like y'all said, I mean, speculation.
Yeah, but I'm asking where did that, because I'm looking at her at Julia Poe, right?
Yeah, the article. I just can't read it.
I'm looking at it right now.
This article was sent. It was sent over by Duvall from that source.
Duvall can come up here and tell us where he got it, because I'm looking at this right now. Now she talked about it, that they're gonna have to make a hard decision and stuff, and she did talk about the thing, but I don't see the actual paperwork that you have on there.
And KSAP, even if they want her to come back, you think she's gonna sign after all this mess?
Man, hey,
she will, because she won't have any choice if they match it. I mean, she doesn't, like Go was saying earlier. The players don't have power. I mean,
none.
Well, she could stand and force them to core her, which at that point they're gonna pay her the supermax. Yeah, that's still some power. And then there's a lot of one of the things the Players Association wants, and they got it done last time.
But why would she do that before they get the deal from the CBA?
Because Tony, the core is only for 1 year. That's it.
Yeah, you get the supermax for 1 year.
So and the core used to be 3 years, and then the last negotiation they dropped it down to 2 years. And there's a lot of one of the things that they're supposedly gonna go after is they want to get rid of the core option altogether. The players do that.
Or Mike, she might sign because she knows, say all this is true, and she knows this is some problems that she has. She might sign him because she knows that she's done these things. She might want to play with those players she's been playing with.
Yeah,
it's simple. The smartest thing would do. The smartest thing to do, allegedly, if it's true and all of that, right, is to sign, play the game, and then once her time is up, then throw the ace card, whether she want to stay or pay up. It's too damn simple.
I'm with Sister Tony. I believe this is just my opinion. I believe if she leave and go to another organization, she diminishes herself.
I agree with both of you. I think the best situation.
That's true.
I think the best situation would be to hold out, demand the core, get the supermax, and then once the new deal comes, you see what rights you have as a player and exercise them. But I'll tell you one thing: if you guys think another team ain't gonna want her, I think they will, because historically speaking, talent always trumps any type of behavior.
Yeah.
You have to be absolutely like Draymond Green is still on a roster and he can't even shoot. Let's keep it real here. They sent him to anger management.
But I told you the reason why Draymond's still on that roster, because he was up for trade, but nobody wanted to take a chance on him. So what Clutch Sports did, said, okay, you ain't going nowhere, so that's maximize your money here in Golden State. And that's what Clutch Sports and Rich Paul did, got him that 4-year, $100 million extension. Yeah. So, he stayed in Golden State because they was trying to get rid of Draymond Green before the Clay walked. And there was no market out there for Draymond Green. Nobody wanted to take on Draymond Green's issues, right? So Clutch said, look, we're going to max you out.
But
somebody in the chat said you can't core a player that's restricted. I don't know if that's true.
Let's remember. No, you can't core a player that's restricted. He got to be unrestricted. But let's remember though, these agents have more than one player. Draymond Green got that contract because of who else Clutch represents. So again, when you think about Chennedy Carter, I don't know who her agent is and who else they represent. But if there's a team out there that has a high profile player that this agent represents, she's talented enough. If that locker room has veteran leadership, they're going to take a chance on her no matter what Chicago Sky says. If Chicago Sky has to actually, so this is how it works. I think it's in a couple of weeks. Chicago Sky, I think January 15th, I think it is. They have to actually give her, she can actually become an unrestricted free agent. Chicago has to give her an offer letter first. And then she becomes a restricted free agent, because technically, legally, she's only a restricted free agent because the Marmon period ain't over with yet.
Yeah, and also
they have to give her a letter, an offer letter. Then she becomes a real restricted free agent where teams can give her an offer, and now Chicago Sky can match. The match period don't start until another team offers her, and Chicago Sky gives her. So that's why I say Chicago Sky can say whatever they want. On January 15th, you're gonna know where Chicago Sky stand.
And so also relative to their respective leagues, Chennedy Carter is a better player than Draymond Green. She's a top 12 player in this league. Draymond Green ain't even top 25 in the NBA. So relative to their leagues, that is what I mean. So I think the Aces would scoop her up without a second thought. With Aja as your leader and Becky Hammond as your coach, I think they're confident she'll be fine over there.
I just be confused when we start coming out with all these rumors. I don't know what y'all think happened in locker rooms, but it ain't ice cream and bubblegum cake.
I know that. I'm just trying to figure it out.
People hear stories and they like,
I mean, I already know
that player is horrible. I don't know.
You're not telling me nothing I don't already know.
I don't know what people in
acting like they do kumbaya
these circles be thinking actually goes on that don't come to light. But I'm pretty sure Chennedy Carter is not the most horrible person in the locker room.
Exactly. And that's what I was saying last night, is that women are held to a different standard, especially Black women. We acting like we got to be walking around singing Kumbaya and hey queen. No, they are athletes. They are competitors. I'm competitive. I'm going to cuss you out if I don't like what you're doing, or I feel like you caused me an opportunity to win.
You out there for 20 minutes and only scoring 2 points. I'm going to cuss you out, yes?
Okay.
Okay, so check it out, y'all. I coached 7th and 8th grade basketball for girls. I still do it here and there. This season I just stepped off because of what's going on, what we doing and what we building right now. But I coach the 7th graders and 8th graders. Do you understand? My 7th grade girls was more feisty than my 8th grade girls. And as a coach, I don't have a problem with my point guard or my leading scorer, no matter what position my leading scorer is in. I don't have a problem, y'all, with them tearing up the locker room to get everybody else online. because I don't feel me coaching these people, no matter if they 7th or 8th graders, that I should be getting up into these young girls, first of all, faces as a team, yelling at them. You know, I had to check one of the coaches, you know, and got them fired because I don't believe in, y'all already know, we covered that already. So what I did was train them up, take them, have one-on-one conversations. And I looked, I saw with the eye of who had that fire, and I took them right there under my wing and told them, well, I can't say that, but you can. And we had a winning season with the 7th graders while the 8th graders was getting blown out. The 7th graders had no losses. The 8th graders won 5 basketball games out of 18. So what I'm saying to y'all is I don't mind for my player to tear up a chair or throw a basketball or bust a basketball on a locker. I don't care. Because guess what? That means that kid, no, you could look at it and call it, oh, they having a tantrum. No, that means that kid cares and they don't want to lose. And they feel like everybody is not on the page. So they acting out to show how much they're disappointed in everybody, including themselves. And I think that Chennedy Carter is misunderstood. I think it's diabolical for the league and whoever talk about what they talk. Teresa Weatherspoon ain't no damn punk. Teresa Weatherspoon is a doggone maniac over there in New York. Did y'all see her? Do you forget? Did y'all forget? Now, I was watching during that time. Did you forget that she was crazy on the
That woman
court?
don't look like she was scared of Kennedy at all.
She ain't scared of no Chennedy Carter. She ain't scared of no Chennedy Carter.
Listen, bottom line is this: can we stop policing how women respond to stuff?
Yes.
I don't like
That's the
it.
bottom line.
Amen.
Yes.
I don't like it. I
Yes.
don't like it, L. I don't. I really, cause guess what? In our locker room, Prince gonna tell you. In our locker room, we wrestling. We didn't put the listen. I used to be. Listen, I was. Hey Prince, now I'm finna make you sound familiar. I was the point guard that put Vaseline on my arms and my torso and my legs. What I do, Prince? That wasn't on no you know what I mean, no G stuff. You know what I mean? No, you know what I mean, the LBG community type of stuff. That was
No
what I
Diddy.
was
Just say
doing,
no
Prince.
Diddy.
What I was doing, Prince, with the Vaseline.
Hey man, you wild. I'm not saying that, man. You wild.
Oh no. It was I was making sure that they weren't gonna be able to grab on to what I was throwing at them.
Yeah. Look. We about to box
I
up
was
in here,
making sure.
You put
I
that
was making
Vaseline on
sure.
your arms, we getting ready to box.
Can we keep it to the ladies though? Can we keep it to the ladies though?
I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just telling y'all. I don't mind. I don't mind for fiery. Y'all know how I feel about that. I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm gonna land the plane.
I wish I could go to hell off on a lot of folks in my real life and on my job and all of that. I wish.
Listen, referees hate to see me coming.
Freedom,
A ref hate to see me coming.
You know, that fiery, explosive person that I really am. I wish I had that freedom, but unfortunately, I would get fucking fired if I did that at my job.
Let it out, Sister Noble.
I don't have that freedom. Okay, I don't live in their world.
This is sports though.
But this is sports.
We're talking about sports.
This is sports. That's a whole different thing.
Come with it.
A business and sports is two different
listen,
things now.
it is, and I don't want any as a spectator, a fan, a coach, whether I'm managing somebody. I don't want nobody who call themselves being a player and they are not competitive. I need to see you getting upset when stuff is not working. Listen, I don't even play no more. But as a mom who has had kids playing, a ref hate to see me coming. because I'm going to give them the business every single time because I'm that passionate about the game.
Yes.
And I'm not on the floor competing no more.
Gabby Williams about to throw them bowls the other day.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. That's what you want to see. That's what's happening with the man game. These guys soft. They soft, Prince. They soft. They soft, Prince.
Yeah,
They
Gabby
soft.
Williams about to give some old girl the business.
Yeah, they're gonna go
you know what I don't like?
She should have
Because I'm
got the
about to get off here,
business.
K-Sap. You know what I
Tina
don't like? 'Cause I'm
Charles,
about to get off here, though.
Tina Charles was there.
Appreciate you, Zoe.
She was about to get
you
Tina
know,
Charles and Gabby Williams.
But you know what I don't like? This is what I've noticed, and me and some of my homeboys had this conversation one day, and they made me realize because I be listening to people, but you know when you're going through the motions through years, you don't really pay attention and see how things are like transpiring. I think over time the culture has become so sensitive, and not in a bad way, because there's some things we do need to police, but it has become this microcosm of sensitivity to every corner. We put everything into a box, and if it doesn't fit into that box, it's a negative thing. Like sports shouldn't fit into a box because you got all these different walks of life. Person on a job, you can hire who you want to hire in any race. You might get sued for some racism stuff or discrimination, but you can really dictate who's on your in your organization. In a sport, you got so many different backgrounds: rich, poor, middle class, lower class, upper class, white, Asian, Hispanic, black, Puerto Rican, Russians, Nigerian. You got so many walks of life. You can't put sports in a box. And I've seen too many people who never even been in a locker room or dribble the ball or put on some cleats try to tell people in sports what they can do, what they can say, how they can move, how they should feel, how they should look at people, how they should carry themselves, what
all
they should
that,
wear,
man.
what they should do. Like,
oh my goodness!
Because you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Okay, Tab, you get some good ratings right now, homie, because he just told the truth. That was the Bible right there.
That's like none of the, like I watched 1,000-hour film a month. That was that's the college regulation. I don't remember nobody who put us in these boxes of what we can say in that film room. I don't remember none of them running 600 miles a week with me. I don't remember none of them putting up 1,500 shots in 3 hours with me.
None.
Tell me what I can do. I don't remember none of them giving me a
Hit the weight
scholarship.
room.
My mama ain't got to work again. I don't remember none of them putting food in my ice box to tell me how I'm supposed to feel when I get to a level. I don't remember none of them telling me how I'm supposed to act because I'm passionate. My passion got me to where I am, not the box you put me in. Now you want to put me in a box and tell me how to live in a sport that you're not even supposed to be controlling.
You can't do
These
that.
people didn't come to see me shake a hand. These people came to see me dunk on him, cross him, shoot over him, and tell his coach to call a timeout because he can't guard me.
Throw a ball.
Yeah.
Like this is crazy.
Bump into the side.
And again, I blame the upper professionals on this because they submitted to it, and now everybody think it's okay to say that. That is not okay. If you really pull back the curtain and really think about it
as an
individual, why is your way of me playing a sport okay? Because that's what you want to watch. That's how you want to feel when you get out the bed.
He just put a whole sermon on.
Most of the country is in a box. Most of the country most of the country.
But most of the country ain't that 1%.
I'm just saying, most of the spectators, I'm telling you, most of the spectators that do not play a sport.
And I'm gonna say this: most of the country ain't that 1%.
They live in a box. So therefore, they tend to try to force their own narratives onto the sports people because they live in a box. They're contained. They don't have a voice out here in the real world.
But it's up to us, though. It's up to us to say no. That's not
most
correct.
People don't have a voice out here in the real world. That's all I'm saying. They are being controlled and dominated out here in the real world. So they tend to try to, I guess, force their life experience in other areas where they don't know it, they don't have like a foothold in. They tend to force their own life experiences on other people because, you know, they see a sports figure and they feel like she shouldn't have done such and he shouldn't have done such. And you know, they feel the way they feel because they're in a box themselves and they're being controlled.
Hey, KSAP,
You know,
I'm gonna say this before I get up out of here.
I mean, you're shaking your head, but I'm telling you, you know, most of the country is in a box.
She right about that. I second that emotion.
It all started when they started saying everybody's a winner.
Yeah, all that.
My daddy would have threw
foolishness.
that trophy in the trash can.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
where
my
it
daddy.
started.
Hey, my daddy
That's
would
where
have
it
hit.
started.
Hey, my daddy would have took a
Everybody's a winner.
crowbar.
Nobody
KSAP.
lost. Everybody
Hold on.
win.
All right. What's up,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
Let
But
L
all
go
right,
and
Case
address.
out, man. I'm out of here. Appreciate
Hey,
y'all.
appreciate you,
Sister
Prince,
Noble,
man.
Tony,
Great knowledge
Alicia,
tonight.
Bro Clyde, Miss L. Appreciate it. Y'all
All
be
right.
cool.
Love you, boy.
You too,
Love you, boy.
Prince.
Love you. I'll be over there.
Love
I'll be
you,
over
man.
there. I'll
All
be
right.
over there.
All right, go ahead, L.
I'm about to hop off, but brother, it be chaotic sometimes. You sitting up there looking like,
it's
let me
hey.
finish. You be looking like Whoopi Goldberg on The View when the
Just
rest of the panel be going at it, and Whoopi just be sitting there looking
I
like,
mean, because
I'm gonna let y'all
I
finish.
done got chewed out today, so
no,
you know, I done got chewed
sister,
out,
no,
so
hold
I
on,
feel some type
hold
of
on.
way right now.
Wait a
So
minute.
Hold on,
it's
Sister
all
Noble.
good, you know.
Hold on.
You know, I done got chewed out today,
Hold
so
on,
I
Sister Noble.
feel some type of way,
Wait,
you know. But it's all
okay.
good. No, it's all
Sister
good.
Noble.
I'm good.
Hold on, Sister Noble.
You
I
know,
don't care if they
I'm
be
good.
chewing. I
Hey, hold on for
still
just 1
talk
second,
my
guys.
talk.
You know,
Hold on for 1
look,
second.
I'm good. You
Sister
know, I don't know shit. Okay,
Sister No-
so it is what it is. I don't know a damn thing. Okay, so I'm good.
Wow.
There go my sister Noble.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. That's really bad. That's really bad.
crazy,
Hold
man.
on. Y'all must be
Y'all
on a
done got
delay.
Sister
Y'all can't
Noble
hear
pissed
me?
off.
Y'all can't hear
Yeah,
me?
we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Y'all on a delay
Mhm.
or something. Hold on. Everybody
No,
calm
we can
down.
hear you.
Y'all, look. The point of the man, ain't nobody get chewed out. See, y'all take this stuff like literally. I think a lot of y'all literally, I'm just gonna say it. I think y'all take this stuff personal, man.
Personal, yeah.
You don't supposed to take these conversations that we have
No.
personal. Ain't nobody chew. Sister Noble, didn't nobody chew you out. Your opinion was valid, but somebody just challenged your opinion. So you can't take it personal.
I mean, but you know, he was right.
No, Sister
He
Noble,
was
no.
right,
I'm not
though.
gonna let you do that. I'm not
But
gonna
he
let you
was
do that.
right. See what I'm saying?
But I'm just
And
saying, but you don't.
That's how he talks, Miss
patronizing him.
Sister Noble.
I'm
That's
not-
how he talks,
That's
man.
how
He
Zoe
talks
talk.
I'm not
passionate like that.
patronizing him. I'm just saying he was right. You know,
All right.
He
I mean,
very
you can't
animated. It's so
speculate.
you know
Okay,
that's just
it's
him.
okay, Sister Noble. Don't feel that way.
You can't
All right.
speculate about these players. We
But
can't.
hold up, Sister Noble. Look, come on now, calm
Yeah.
down. I never seen you get outside your box. Come on now.
I mean,
And he was just
sometimes
talking about a
She
box.
just
I mean,
told you she want to
sometimes, you
be out the
know,
box.
I mean, sometimes
Oh,
them demons come out.
Nah,
You know?
okay, but he didn't chew you out. Okay, L, go ahead and
Hold on.
say what you
Hey,
gotta.
bro, K-Sap,
Hold on,
This is
guys.
K-Sap.
No,
This is
hold on.
K-Sap panel. This is
Hold on.
K-Sap panel. Let
Chill.
K-Sap ortate what he's doing, y'all. I'm asking
guys.
y'all to go ahead. K-Sap, I'm sorry. I apologize on my end, on my part, if I was out of order.
No, nobody was out of order. Just relax.
Yes, sir.
Let L go ahead and say what she got to say because I think she got to get up out of here. Go ahead, L. Go ahead and address the panel.
I forgot what I was saying.
No, you didn't. Come on.
I will
don't
say
put
this.
that honey on your chest.
Hold on. Let's see. Come on, let L go.
Let me tell y'all something. When we do this ladies' night, ain't gonna be none of this. Ain't gonna be none of this.
None of it.
We gonna have some decency and order so everybody can be heard, okay? But no, I was just making a joke. I was about to get off, and I was like, "K-Sap, I'm looking at my screen, and you sitting up there looking like Whoopi Goldberg on The View." When the panel be going at it and she just be sitting there, she'll say nothing. And she have the look on her face like she's trying to say something, but she just sit and let them go at it. I'm going to send you a clip so you see exactly what I'm talking
I mean, I do that all the time because I be engaged in what people are saying and I just let them go. I'm not going to, because the way he was going, making a lot of sense. I didn't want to step in and shut him down.
No, it makes a lot of sense, but I could see where Sister Noble might be feeling the way that she's feeling, and it's not a dig at him at all, but everybody doesn't receive the same way, right? Like your delivery matters.
But I just don't. I think he agreed with everything that Sister Noble was saying, though.
You just missed what I said.
Okay.
But he probably did.
Critical thinking.
But delivery can sometimes eliminate all of that.
Oh,
It
that's
can
just
it
the
can
way.
cloud
That's
all of
Zoe.
that.
That's Zoe. He's passionate.
That's what I said. That's
Okay.
him, and it's not a knock to him. That's how he communicates, and that's cool.
Yeah.
We just have to understand that when we are on these platforms, not everybody is going to gravitate to really embrace how we talk, and that's just a part of the game.
Yeah.
So her feeling the way that she's feeling, you gotta give space for that because she feeling how she feeling.
Well, shit, he chewed your ass out, then, sister.
Bye. Good night. I'm not done. I'm not doing this with y'all tonight. I got to go. I'm in the chat.
All right.
But here's the thing, K-Sap. Sister Nova can handle it. Hell, she
Nah,
got
he
this.
he roasted her ass. He roasted her.
Right. It's just
Now you trolling.
He was actually right. You know, but I think
K-Tap ain't no good. You only hear the cause confusion, K-Tap.
Nah, but the only reason why I said that because I never seen Sister Noble get like that's the first time I saw because she's real mild mannered and she just sits back and I've never seen her get lifted up in her chair and cuss. I never saw that.
Because
I like it though.
Yeah.
Because most like I said, you know, I wish I could choose some people out on my job. I mean, y'all just don't know. I wish I could. Man, there's some people I really would like to just shoot the hell out. But I know that if I do it, you know, it's gonna cause me to get wrote up.
Nah, you going to work tomorrow? You gonna choose somebody I'll watch.
I don't want to be bothered with all that. So, you know, I can't always just come out and just, you know, like these athletes. See, you know, these athletes, they have a bigger room to work, you know, to take out their frustrations. They have
you got a bigger room too.
These athletes, they have a bigger room.
No, you got a bigger room too.
Yeah, but I'm still.
I know what Sister Noble is saying.
Yeah,
I understand that you don't want nobody, even on the podcast, to see you making certain statements that you make for your job. But Sister Noble, could you listen to me for a minute?
Yeah.
I'm talking to my big sister right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen to me real. I am a goddamn entrepreneur. I make my own law, my own rules. I don't punch nobody goddamn clock. God bless me to be able to live like that because I was just like how you was. I felt like you felt in the 90s. I ain't punched they clock since 1998, July the 21st. I'll say it again, 1998, July the 21st was the last time that I took instructions from anybody that didn't have my best interest, nor I knew that was using my abilities to their advantage. Now, what we have here is a brother KSAP has an open room for us to come in and feel comfortable. This is not only an entrepreneurity tutelage that he's doing with us, it's also to give us freedom from what is binding us elsewhere, even himself, you know, at a certain point, because I believe that this is going, oh, there you go. So what I'm saying is that I believe in freedom of speech, Sister Noble. I believe in however you gonna tell me. So I'm finna land this plane real quick because Sister Tony finna grab me by the headlock. When I was in the military,
you knew it. You knew it.
I know. When I was in the military, I used to teach. I was a drill sergeant. Don't worry about what the hell I said, the way I said it. Worry about don't worry about the way I said it. Worry about what the hell I said. If I say, God damn it, give me the goddamn rifle, don't sit here and look at me and say, oh, you just cussed at me. Know that I'm asking you for the rifle so I can save our lives. Okay? Because I got the better shot. So therefore, sister, what you feel is what you feel. And you can't put that, you know, my grandmama always say, don't put your feelings on your sleeve because everybody gonna hit it Don't do that. This is your space. However you want to express the way you feel, sister, you are free to do it. And however you want to feel, you are free to do it also. But I'm just asking you to really know that this is an open floor, open room for you, and you safe. That's it.
All right, now I got Zoe
I
back
mean,
up
because
here.
I should not have.
Hold on, Sister Noble. Hold on for 1 second. I got Zoe back up here. Let Zoe clarify himself. Go ahead, Zoe.
Again, I apologize, chat and Sister Noble, if I'm just passionate about how I talk. Like, I don't even feel right talking like how I'm talking right now. It's just weird. I'll give y'all an example because I don't want to stay on here too long. Gilbert Arenas yells. Shannon Sharp yells. Dwight Howard yells. Like, even like Brandon Marshall, them, like, that's just how athletes talk. And I think when you in those locker rooms like that and you having those barbershop conversations, it becomes your personality over time. So like that's just a and I'm from New Orleans. We all talk. I'm Southern. I talk loud already. Like my mom talks loud. So like Lakeisha tell you, like we just talk loud. And I got a mic in front of me, which is blowing my voice up even more. You know,
and
so
I'm desensitized to it.
That's just how we talk in the South. We just talk loud. So again, Sister Nova, I apologize if
it's not the loud volume. That's not it. It's first of all, I don't work in sports, so my life is totally different from somebody who has been in sports.
Like him.
Okay. I work a job where you can't get loud. You can't, express yourself. I mean, you really can't even be upset. You understand what I'm saying? You can't really show your emotions. That's the type of world, really, you can't. That's the type of world I live in. So it's totally apples and oranges. Things are different. And so I really did not understand these athletes. I really don't, to a certain extent, because I don't live in their world. I don't, my world is totally different. I can't really, in this society, I'm gonna tell you, that expressing my emotions will get me terminated from a job quick. You know what I mean? It'll get me terminated quick. So it's kind of like, okay, it's not the volume of your voice. Actually, I just realized I was wrong for assuming that about Chennedy Carter. I was wrong, dead wrong, and I didn't want to accept it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to accept. Oh, I'm fucking wrong. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I really did not want. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't want it. I did not want to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So it's kind of like, oh shit, he is right. He's right.
Well, I'm glad that you identified that.
You good, Sister Nova.
I really agree. I was agreeing with what you said. I think I got triggered when I started hearing the mental aspect of a player's character. Like, because I was kind of Chennedy Carter in the locker room. Like, we ain't playing defense in the locker room. I'm going through chairs. I'm throwing the ball at the assistant coach because he ain't getting on nobody when they go to the bench. Like, it just in the locker room. It just
I put Vaseline on the shoulders. Get all that. Get all that.
People who get sensitive to that never play sports because you're gonna get chewed out one of these days.
Exactly.
Like you're gonna get chewed out at some point. They're gonna grab your helmet. The coach gonna make you run laps after everybody leave. Like you, at some point, you're gonna get checked.
Yeah.
Hey, good point, Zoe. I'm glad you came back.
Again, I appreciate it.
I mean, I'm glad he came back up here too, because that's what I was talking about. When I assumed that something was wrong with her, mental health.
We clarified that.
That's where I messed up at, because I assumed, and I, that's where I was wrong, and I admit I was wrong.
All right, we got that, man.
Yeah, we good. We appreciate it.
Appreciate that, though, man. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we got AD. We got AD that dropped in. What's up, AD?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
What up, boy?
Right.
What up, boy?
What's going on? What's happening, bro? You all right?
We in here.
Yeah, man. I'm good. Good to see my brother.
You as well, man. You as well. I'm kind of catching the back end of it. I was watching the game a little bit, but so I know y'all talking about Chennedy, right?
Yeah.
And man, I wanted to stay on the sky. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Chennedy Carter.
Yeah, I want to stay on that.
I mean, for real, like big time. You know what I'm saying? I like her more than I like Angel. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. If we lose her, I'm gonna be pissed, man. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. She got heart.
Me too.
That girl got she a baller. She got the type of energy I like to see on the court. Yeah. I like when they animated. I like when you need that on your team. You need that on your team. You need somebody gonna call somebody out and hold your team accountable. Now it's a good way to do it and a bad way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I do think some of it can be toxic at times.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a cancer to the locker room where you kind of interfering with people's confidence or you causing chaos in the locker room, but you also can hold your teammates accountable. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you can, hey, I need you to step up. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody who gonna be a dog out there and gonna, you know what I'm saying, and play that tough defense. And if you gotta put somebody on the floor every now and again, hey, that's what you got to do it. Now, that's how I played. You know what I'm saying? And that's how my kids play rough. You know what I'm saying?
But they said, like the WNBA has come to a point where everybody's soft, man. Look at the situation that happened in Seattle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look the situation with Jewel Lloyd, Skylar Diggins and them, right?
Right.
Tiny heart syndrome. I'm gonna go get
so it's like, you know, you come in there and you telling players because you have that passion and that fire and desire to win, and you challenge somebody just because they been around for a minute and they are champion, and I can't come in and say, hey, if your ass ain't playing defense, hey, you got to get back. You can't just shoot the shot and not get back. I mean, we saw that in Coach Carter, a movie talking about everybody want to shoot and hold that hand, but you're not getting back on defense, right? So now, exactly. So now you go in the locker room and you challenging people, like Zoe said, you challenging people. You that little firecracker, but at the same time, it's a way to do it. But then some people look at it like, oh, she's being toxic. They being toxic. So now the situation in Seattle, you see how that came to a head. Now old girl wants to get out, right? So now you're looking at Chennedy Carter, as much talent as she got. But a lot of people look at it as toxicity, whatever the word is. You know what I'm saying? Real toxic. You know what I'm saying? But she might not mean it in that way because that's how she has grown up. And that's how she's played ball on.
Tell Angel, I don't care nothing about that damn record. I want to win.
She got 4 brothers. You know what I'm saying? So she probably came up that way. They talk stuff to each other while they play the game.
Playing in the park, playing in you know what I'm saying?
So that's just like Angel. Angel got 2 other brothers that play.
But see, Angel keeps it controlled though. Because you notice about Angel, like as much as she gets beat up in the game, she don't complain.
That's true.
She just gets back. She just gets back.
True.
You know what I'm saying? She might talk a little small talk to different players. We saw that in college, but she really don't get, out of character, right?
Get outside herself.
There you go. Like you can do anything to Angel, but Angel's not going to respond in a demeanor the way a Chennedy Carter.
That's good training, though. That's good training.
I think that they got a narrative around the Sky organization, period, because they was trying to make everything. Marina Mabry wanted out because of Angel and Kennedy don't get along and this and that. They was trying to deteriorate their team basically by the rumors they spread. And people don't really understand and know what's going on inside their locker room like that. You know what I'm saying? But people will try to cause a division inside your locker room, to where speculation will make people start looking at the other person like, you know what I mean, inside the locker room, thinking they may have said something, or the outside media causes division in people's locker rooms without even ever being a problem in the first place.
Yeah,
that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So like all the negative publicity they team got, I don't think it was that much going on.
It was a bigger problem, AD, in the locker room than Chennedy Carter. Because Izzy and Angel was hot tamale at each other.
Right. Harrison.
Because of what Izzy said to her friend on recording. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that came out. And that was already a beef midway into the season. You know what I'm saying? But they kept it quiet and kept it cordial. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was already there. It was already there. So the explosion of Izzy crying and all of that, she already had semi beef with Angel already. She already, you know what I mean? We didn't too much see it really how much it affected her until her end of the season. The last game and tears came. That all came out. It wasn't just the fans and this and that. It's the pressure of you being a dog or just a regular player. Okay, you played. She didn't even really, Izzy didn't really do nothing real bad. She played the way, you know what I mean? I expected her to play.
I think she actually
I was rooting for her. K-Sap, I tell you, he got text messages where I said it's on Izzy right now to take the reins of the horse and bring them home. He got text messages from me. It's on Izzy. It's on Izzy. And she did not deliver. And by her not delivering, she had to deal with a 7th pick taking over her position. Not only her position, but taking over the whole entire damn team. You got what I'm saying?
Angel did come in.
And she didn't get the praise from Angel like Kendall got it. You got what I'm saying? What's old girl name like Tasha? That's Dana Evans. She called Dana Evans Tasha from you know, the from 50 Cent's thing, you know, his little spinoff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that camaraderie had already been dismantled already semi, and we saw it in a play. And then when Marina Mabry got out of there, we already knew that it was really something more that was going on with the Sky in the locker room. And then the blow up while they was talking actually put the nail in the coffin. And that was Chennedy throwing chairs and shit. But that she had to throw the goddamn chairs. Because you know why? She didn't want to lose. Exactly. She feel like, what are we doing right now? What the hell are we doing? So my whole thing is that don't take me off of what I'm saying. Me and Sister Lakeisha, Jeff, you on the goddamn clock, Jeff P. I don't care what the hell else we talking about. You on the goddamn clock, Jeff P. I know you watched this. You, Brother Claude, said that you on a goddamn clock. Period. I don't want to hear nothing about these players doing what. I don't want to hear about Skylar Diggins. Noel, you on the clock.
Jeff P is trying to turn us YouTube people against Chennedy Carter. That's what he's trying to do. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He's still on the clock, Claude.
Kennedy can do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah, they definitely trying to do something, trying to paint her in a negative light.
She's gonna be a problem. She's gonna be a problem. I'm telling you, if we lose her, we gonna miss her. And I'm telling you, but sometimes things work out for the best because sometimes
Jeff P. close the goddamn deal.
Can be addition in certain situations when it comes to team camaraderie. So
that's right.
You bring somebody in that fits the system well. You know what I'm saying? It may play out to be better than worse. I just know Chennedy a baller, and wherever she goes, she gonna get buckets, and she gonna be an asset. But sometimes different fits for different players work out best. It could be a fact that she goes somewhere that benefits her, and somebody come in that benefits us. You see?
Check it out, AD.
Let me tell you something. I done did a risk analysis, and her reward is more than her risk.
Hey, Sister Tony. Hey, Sister Tony, check this out, Sister Tony.
What's up?
I'm sorry, you gotta forgive me. Check this out, though, Sister Tony. This one of the last times I'm gonna do it. The GM and the coaches had a problem with Rajon Rondo. The players loved him.
Yeah.
The players all the players in the league who played with Rajon Rondo loved him. Cause you know why? He was a leader. He was a general. He would get you the ball. He would score when he have to. He would die for the ball. He will fight the other players for his teammate. He literally would throw blows for his teammate. He'll come at the refs for his teammates. If the refs ain't calling, he'll be the one. You dig what I'm saying? But the coaches didn't like it. The GM didn't like it. So Rajon Rondo became a traveling journeyman. You feel what I'm saying? After Boston. You dig?
I will say this, man. Anissa Morrow out there stinking up the joint.
Oh, my God.
They losing right now to Stanford.
Yeah, 78-72. And Anissa Morrow's out there stinking up the joint.
Yeah, she stunk up the joint tonight.
My goodness, man.
What about Flage? Flage had a good game.
She got 21.
Her defense was
Her defense is not
was
Hey,
horrible
wait.
tonight.
But did y'all see what Hannah did tonight though?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah. She almost cost the game.
Hold up. We're gonna end this
game at one point.
Hold up, Tony. We're gonna end this on a good note. And I was going back and forth with Brooklyn. See, this is y'all got this narrative about these little guards that can't play, these 5'6" that can't do nothing in the WNBA. Hannah Hidalgo, 5'6", and she put in work tonight, dropped a 30 ball. Gave him biscuits, gave him a side of rice, gave him some sweet tea, put some gravy on
macaroni.
She was the reason they went into overtime.
I don't care,
She was
Tony.
the reason why they went into
she
overtime.
Had 30,
and she just kept herself quiet and just let Olivia make that. Once Olivia made the shot, there was no reason for her to do anything else because they had 2 seconds left in the regular time. And then she decided to be ball hog again.
She don't want to say that. She didn't want to say that. She didn't want to talk about the overtime shot she hit in overtime.
Yeah, because she should have done that. She didn't have to do that.
But it doesn't matter. She got the win, man. She built different.
She cost the team. What is that?
You don't like Hannah?
I love Hannah.
They hating on the small guards. They hating on the small guards.
What's wrong with
I ain't hating on no small guard.
She gonna be a problem if she going to the W.
Yeah.
She going. And she gonna be a problem.
I'm like you, AD. I gotta protect these little small guards. They trying to move these little small guards up out of here, saying there's no room.
I'm with you though, K-Sap. I ain't saying nothing about it. I'm just saying what Jeff P said. I repeated what Tyler Marr said.
No, I'm not
they
talking about
said, Sister Lakeisha.
No, I'm not talking about the Chicago Sky organization. I'm talking about the way y'all said that the WNBA is moving forward.
The whole league is that way.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen.
It's space for small guards. It's always gonna be space for small guards if they give them an opportunity.
How many 5'6" in the league right now?
It ain't much. But if you give them an opportunity,
it's 4.
They can prove you to be. I know that's what
it's 4.
It ain't much. It ain't never really been much. It's always kind of been like that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But certain ones that's special, like her, of course. You know, Dawn was one of them. Staley.
Yeah,
that's a good point, man. But you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be
old girl on the Aces.
Hold on. Let's be clear. First of all, how you doing, everybody on the panel?
Plum.
Hey, man.
I said I'm on a record. I'm on a record as saying that if I have to have a 5'6" guard, I want them to be Hannah Hidalgo. So I'm with you. Hannah Hidalgo could play on my team anytime, but every 5'6" player ain't built like Hannah Hidalgo.
That's a fact.
And another one I'm gonna throw out there. I'm gonna say it again. I said it a few lives ago. I believe Diasia Fair should be in the league, especially what I had to watch on the Sky with these bum ass guards. Diasia Fair should be in the league. She got drafted and then she got cut.
Okay, she got
twice.
I know she got drafted last year.
Yeah, they
drafted the Aces. They waived her. They waived her
and waived her.
Right.
And then she never got an opportunity again last year, but hopefully she get one next year. So Diasia Fair, Hannah Hidalgo, and I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't like the girl till I started watching her playing this year. But the Rory Harmon girl, I like her too.
Harmon is cool. Hannah my favorite.
Georgia Amore, I'm good on. I think she can make the league, but I don't want her on my team.
I like Haley. I like Haley.
I like Haley too.
I don't like Haley.
I love her.
I like Haley. I like Haley gang.
I don't like Haley.
Going down to the wire. They're down 2.
Hey man, I'm starting to like this Gilbert girl on here. I'm starting to like her.
She popping threes on them.
Yeah, that was a pretty three. That was a pretty
Just
three.
like Hannah Hidalgo's in overtime. Shit.
Nah.
I ain't put the
That was
honey
a
But
on
let's
it
be
yet.
clear. Hold
They
on.
would
Let's
not
also
have gone overtime had she
let's
not
put
made
some
that
respect.
mistake. That was a silly mistake.
Let's put some respect on Hannah Hidalgo's name. Hannah Hidalgo right now is the 4th leading scorer in the country
I
of
don't care if
everybody.
she's the
That don't mean
number
she don't
one.
make mistakes.
That silly thing that she
No,
did
nobody
Get
today
the
said.
hate out your
caused
heart.
them to go into
Wait. That sound
overtime.
like, hey, we all talk. Ain't nobody say nothing about mistakes. All we talking about is the greatness of Hannah. Why y'all hating? Because you a LSU fan?
No, Tony,
No,
take that hate
I'm
out your
not
heart.
hating. I like Hannah
I'm
Hidalgo.
not
Okay.
I
LSU.
just said I'm
What?
just calling it like it is. It was a mistake. All right.
It was a big
Wait.
mistake.
I
Everybody
agree.
talking about
It
it.
was.
Had
I
she
didn't
not
even
done
hear you.
that,
No, that was
the
I
game
said
would have
that
been
too. I
over
didn't hear
with.
what y'all was saying. I said that too. She
Oh,
did. She almost cost the game. That's a
But she
fact. She
yeah.
almost cost the
made up
game.
for
But
it in overtime.
She made
It
it up.
is
She
what it
made
is,
up
yeah,
man.
for
It
it.
that's a
She
fact.
happened.
made
She
up
almost
for it.
cost the game. But still, she's the 4th leading scorer in the country. You can't take that
That's
away from her.
nice. That's nice. But I'm just talking about the mistake she made tonight. That's
Tony,
all I'm
stop
talking
that.
about.
Stop focusing on
Nah,
look,
that's
all
hate because
out
if
of
you only
all
gonna
the
focus
nine
on the,
positives, you focus on the one
that's what
negative.
I was about to say. That's hate because if you gonna
There
focus
But
ain't
on
no
the
hate.
one, if you gonna
KSAP, you
focus on
said
the one mistake,
we gotta talk about the good and the bad now.
No, but
You
I'm
There you
saying
go.
said
no, that's
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying.
Thank
You
you.
can't
Hey,
just
yo,
no,
hey,
focus
look
on
at
the
it like
bad. If
this
you're gonna
though.
talk about the one mistake, she the
she ain't
reason
said
why they won the
nothing. She
game.
ain't say
That's what
nothing
I'm about
good
to say.
about
She
her.
the reason they won, but she was the reason why they was in the game and all that
Yeah,
throughout the
she
game.
kept
You
them
know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
game.
So
Yeah, she was the one that was scoring because listen, the thing we not saying because they lost, Madison Booker is a problem.
she is. She
Oh,
is
I
for
Madison
like
sure.
her.
Booker she a
Big
superstar
time.
already. Or
Big
if she was in
time.
the if
Yes.
she was able to go to the WNBA
Yes.
now, she a superstar now.
But the
Madison
only
Booker
thing,
is a problem.
but the only thing Tony said was
yeah.
the
I liked
mistake
her.
that she
Yeah,
made
but
going in,
if he only
in
mentioned the mistake,
overtime.
that's hate.
Hey
That's
y'all,
hate.
hey y'all,
I just heard
Oh,
mention
here
the
we
mistake
go.
for tonight's
hey
game.
y'all,
Y'all
She
taking
want
this
to be the
way
word police.
too
I'm the
hard.
hate
Come on
police.
now.
That's hate. I'm
hey
the hate
y'all, hey
police.
Hey,
y'all, look.
hey.
Brooklyn, y'all keep following Brooklyn. Brooklyn looking for
Hey,
somebody
Nah,
to
hey
hate.
y'all,
hold
Y'all
on.
hey
keep
y'all,
y'all
hold
keep
on,
doing
hold
this.
on, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Hold on,
Y'all
bro.
getting too sensitive.
Yeah,
That
hold
ain't
up.
hate.
But Tony, the thing about what Tony said, like you said, she ain't give her no credit for making up for her mistake in the overtime. She just wanted to stay forward. That's the reason why they win
Yeah,
in
that's
overtime.
hate.
It was
What
a
you mean,
mistake.
Lakeisha? So you
I'm
trying to tell me?
just saying, had she not made that mistake, they would have won the game and they wouldn't have to go into overtime.
So
Yes, great.
So hey, Lakeisha,
She did help win the game, but she
y'all
caused
won the
them to go
natty.
into overtime, which could have cost the team a win. Come on
Hey,
now.
Lakeisha, the year y'all won the natty. If all I want to focus on is Angel Reese was on the bench, is that hate?
Hey, let me
If I don't
get it,
mention
Brooklyn.
nothing else
Hold
in
on,
that
check
game, but
this
I just
out.
say Angel Reese was on the bench, is that hate?
But I heard her say she liked us, so all of it wasn't hate. That's all I'm saying.
Hey y'all, look,
LSU,
hey, look at this. Hey y'all, watch
LSU
this.
coming out this year,
Watch
y'all.
this. Hey, Sister Tony.
She coming
Hey,
out.
Sister Tony.
What's up?
I'm just talking to my girl right now. All the
Go
good
ahead.
stuff that I do and talk, you still love me if I make a mistake,
I
don't you?
still love you, but
All
I'm just
right, then.
pointing
All
out.
right,
Hold
then.
on,
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard her.
hold up. Tony and
I'm
Bro
just pointing out.
Claude,
I
hold
didn't
up.
say I hate the girl.
Hold
I
up,
never
Tony.
said I
Hey,
hate
look.
the girl. I
Hold up,
just
Tony.
said she was the reason caused them to go into overtime, which could
Okay.
have went the wrong way. It could have
Hey,
went the wrong way.
Tony
The
and Bro
problem
Claude.
is that's
That's
Y'all
all
all
you
I'm
keep
mentioned,
saying.
hold
Y'all
up,
though.
hold
keep
up, hold up, hold up.
going on and on
Tony,
and
you
on about
good. You
stuff.
good.
Come on now.
You good.
I'm watching the game. I ain't paying y'all
Okay.
no mind.
Okay, you and hey, listen, you and Bro Claude talk about that at 3:30. Y'all talk about that at
How
3:30.
you know about 3:30? Because you out
That
there too, right?
that pillow top. Y'all talk
How you
about
know
that
about
pillow
all
talk.
that? Because you out
Y'all
there
talk
too,
about
right?
that when y'all lay in
Word.
bed on
How
that
you
Hey,
pillow.
know
Oh,
about it? Because you
K-Sap.
out there
K-Sap,
too,
Tony
right?
don't be
You
raising
gotta
her
be
voice
out
at
there to
3:30.
know all that.
Yeah.
You
K-Sap
gotta
only
be out
causing
there.
confusion.
Hey, K-Sap, she don't be
I know
raising her
K-Sap.
voice
I ain't
like this
playing.
at
I ain't
3:30.
messing with y'all tonight.
Look,
We ain't listening to you. Me and Tony ain't listening to you,
Hey,
K-Sap.
listen.
well,
Hey,
you feel
listen, I'm
like
gonna
she
point
love
out
you.
Tony's mistake. Tony made a mistake talking about the Temple Award because Julie Poe just came out 2 days later and said said Temple was a problem.
Oh Lord, here we go. Cause and confusion. Here come Brooklyn.
What do you say now?
So Tony made a mistake. Now I pointed out your mistake. I point out your mistake.
What mistake I made?
You was defending the Temple Award.
I gotta talk to you now.
Oh, LSU tied it up.
Brooklyn, what's up, boy?
What's good, brother?
They going in overtime.
Gingerbread man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Here we
AD, nice to
go.
meet you, Brody.
Here we
Hey.
go.
Brooklyn
You
the
see the
80s,
crowd.
baby.
Kayla
Here we go.
Williams.
Stop it.
Hey,
Stop
AD, nice to
You
meet
see
you,
the
Brody.
crowd,
Oh yeah,
K-Sap.
you too, bro.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah, but look, yeah, check this out, man. I know everybody interested in the LSU game, man. We ain't gonna be here on long, man. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to appreciate everybody that came up on the panel tonight, all the support, man. We got a little. Yeah, that's how we do here, man. Everything
So,
is love, though.
Sister No, why you let him chew you out like that, Sister No?
Yeah.
You gonna start? You hear the cause confusion?
Everything is love,
Y'all
man.
Sister
Brooklyn
Noble was
came
like,
up
listen.
here to cause confusion.
Sister Noble was like,
you hear
listen,
this
I
boy?
will respond, but I
You hear
can't
this boy,
respond like
AD?
that at
Look,
work.
watch this.
How
Watch
you
this.
gonna really
Not
I ain't
respond?
Carolina one day.
Hold
You're
up.
right about
I'm not gonna let y'all do this tonight. Look, check
Not
this out.
Carolina one day game tonight.
Look, we're gonna shut this down. You know what happened last night? We're gonna shut this down. I ain't gonna let y'all get nothing else in, right?
I see you
Okay,
at
one thing.
3:30.
Now hold on. I appreciate everybody.
Bro,
Look,
Claude.
hold up, Tony. I appreciate Tony. I appreciate Sister Noble, Lakeisha, Bro Claude, AD, Brooklyn, L,
But we got to
Mike
get to
that was
stepping.
on here. But look, man, hey, I'm not, Brooklyn. I ain't letting them do it to me tonight.
Hey, did you say my name, K-Sap?
I'm gonna say it. All right, this is a good time.
Yeah, he said your name, bro, Claude.
Yeah, he said your name, bro.
Yeah, I said your name, Bro Claude. But look, everybody else.
We on Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap, the greatest podcast on planet Earth with my main man. I thank you, brother, for the platform. This is something special right here. I thank y'all. Tune in to Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap.
I appreciate
Hey,
everybody
Lakeisha,
in the
don't be
chat.
agreeing with me.
Hold on. I appreciate everybody in the chat, all the moderators, all the members, man. I appreciate everything y'all guys do. But we're gonna catch you on the next one. God bless and good night. Y'all see how I did that? And we out.
Good night.